Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So we're going to be having the demo number 2. This is the final demo. Okay. This is the final demo. After this demo, you will be able to get the payment details from my team. And you can call these numbers if you don't get the payment details in your email. Check your spam as well. So you can make an amount and get the next meeting link. From tomorrow, this meeting ID is going to change. So people who are making the payment will get the new meeting ID. From tomorrow, we're going to be having the new meeting ID, guys. And if you don't get the payment links, you can mail me your details, or you can also call these numbers after 1 o'clock if you don't get, or check your spam before, calling us. So maximum 25 days it's going to be taking to complete the course. And the validity is the 6 months for the videos and the course. And make sure that you have to practice on daily basis, and you will be able to get much more interview questions, much more real-time topics are going to be covered. Interview preparation and project is included in this, and you will be able to get a lot of assignments and demos, so that you need to practice them without fail. Okay. Now, today is the final demo, guys, and tomorrow I'll show you how to install the software. Okay. You need to have Windows 10 or later operating system. Minimum 4 GB of RAM is required, and any processor is fine, but no Celeron processors. No Celeron. AMD is fine. i3, i4, i5, any generation is fine. And minimum 256 GB SSD is needed, or hard disk also needed. If you have hard disk, that is also fine. But if you have Windows 7, Windows 8, it is not going to work. You need to replace by going to the hardware shop. Tomorrow, we will have complete installation of the SQL Server with MSBI. You have the laptop ready, that is fine. But if you don't have the laptop ready, get the laptop within 1 week's time, so that you can practice all these things without fail. Now, as we know, these classes are for 25 days only. Daily 1 hour will be there. Monday to Friday, same timing. All live classes, recorded videos are shared. Interview questions are shared. Project explanation is provided. A project, mini project on Amazon is going to be there. It is for free. Interview tips and tricks are given. CV preparation guidance is provided. 6 months validity for the course and the videos, guys. Okay. So now, let me tell you, you need to fill this form, guys. People who came today, they have to fill the form. Your email address, full name, SSIS you need to mention in the course, location or city, phone number, click on subscribe, even though you're existing student. So you need to fill the form if you're coming first time. This form being shared in the chat window, and you need to fill this, because daily videos are going to be sent if you give the mail address and the phone number. Apart from that, if you attend the demo, the fee discounts are provided. If you don't have the name in this list, the discounts are not given to you. You need to make the full payment. Okay, so make sure that you fill the form by today, so that you will be able to get the discounts and everything. Okay, guys. So now I wanted to tell you that if you wanted to work with the data, first of all, data is going to be having a lot of issues. Let us talk about Amazon company case study. Amazon is doing business all over the world. Amazon is doing the business all over the world. You ask them, where is their data? You ask them, where is their data? The data is not available in a single location. So the location is different. So let me have some Amazon data issues or data challenges. If you wanted to perform data analytics or the data science, first of all, you need to have the data, right? Without data, can you perform a data analytics? Can you prepare any report? Can you perform any ETL operations? No, you need to have the data, right? So a lot of data issues or data challenges are going to be there with the company. Who's Amazon? Amazon is my customer. So I'm working for the Amazon company as a developer. So the Amazon company is telling me we don't have the data in single location. I have some data in India, some of the data in US, some of the data in Dubai. So they have all the data located all over the world. And what are the environments in which the data is available? In India, they're using Java. In US, it is a .NET. In UK, it may be SAP. In Dubai, they're using Excel and flat file. Flat file means notepads. Clear? So the data is not available in single environment. Some of the data is available in Java, Android, .NET, SAP, Excel, flat file, blah, blah, blah. It is not guaranteed that all the data is available in a single location. What about the accuracy of the data? So, how clean the data? So, you may have some high clean or medium clean, or you don't have the accuracy at all. Low accuracy means a lot of duplicate data is available, lot of misspelled data is available, a lot of blank values are available in the data. Accuracy means the clean. For example, you wanted to prepare a food. So somebody is going to be giving you tomato and potato. But if the potato is not so cleaned, what you have to do? You have to clean the potato. If the tomato is not so cleaned, what you have to do? You have to clean the tomato. So cleaning is going to be taking a lot of time. If you're having 3 to 4 potatoes, you can clean within 10 minutes or 2 minutes. But if you wanted to clean, millions of potatoes, kgs, 1,000 tons of potato, 1,000 tons of tomato means it will be very, very difficult, right? So when we're talking about data, the data will not be there in tens and twenties. That data is going to be millions and billions of data. So that we have to clean it. It's going to be taking a lot of coding, a lot of technologies are going to be included in that, and lot of code you have to write, lot of optimization steps, lot of cleaning practices you need to implement. So all these things will take time, and more budget also will increase whenever you clean the company's data, right? So it is not going to be done for the free, right? If you wanted to clean the potato, you need to have more and more labor, more and more people, and more time, more and more budget also. More people, more potato means more labor, more time. So it will increase the budget. So if the data is not so clean, we are going to be, if the data is not so clean, we have to write so much of a code, and the budget is also is going to be increasing of the project, as well as the time is also going to be increasing. So it is not guaranteed that the companies are going to be giving you cleaned data always. It is a myth, but 100% no company can guarantee that this is their clean data. It is your responsibility to clean the data. Yeah, am I clear? So like that, what about size of the data? The size may be large in size, maybe big data, pegabytes, petabytes, yottabytes, or it may be gigabytes of data, medium size, or it may be small amount of data the companies are going to be giving. So you have a lot of issues with the data itself. If you wanted to analyze the data of a given company, it is very, very important that you need to know all these concerns, all these issues. Clear? If the size is more, you need to think about hardware, router, networking. If the size is small, you need not worry about anything. So definitely you need to think and plan accordingly. So what is that we are going to be doing? If I wanted to analyze the company's data, means you have to get the data from multiple places. You have to get the data from the multiple places. So all the data we are talking about is not your data. All the data is Amazon company's data. So that is the data I'm talking about. So what is the data? This data is in India, but this is in Java application, right? This data is available in US, and this is in, let us say, .NET application. Some data is available in Dubai. it may be in Excel or the flat files. All the data belongs to a company called Amazon company. I have to extract the data. I have to extract the data with the help of an application called ETL application. Clear? So we are going to be talking about SSIS or Informatica or Azure Data Factory. All these applications are ETL applications. Clear? So SSIS means SQL Server Integration Services. It's going to be getting the data from here, getting the data from here, getting the data from here. It may be Java, .NET, Excel, doesn't matter. All the data SSIS is going to be dumping into a bigger server. This server is called as a staging server. Staging means temporary, and this server is going to be installed with a software called SQL software, where you're going to be doing data cleansing activity. You're going to be removing duplicates and correct misspelled data. Okay, and fill in the blank values, fill in the blanks, or sometimes you may split the data, merge the data, convert the data, whatever you wanted to do, you can do it. But this is what is called a data cleansing activity. Clear? So if you go to the shop number 1, shop number 2, shop number 3, you have you go to shop number 1, shop number 2, shop number 3. You're getting all the vegetables. All the vegetables initially you're going to be dumping into a carry bag. This is what is your a staging means a carry bag. A temporary purpose. All the vegetables you're buying here. This is shop number 1, shop number 2, shop number 3. You're buying vegetables and everything. You put them into a bag, carry bag. So a staging server is a temporary server where the SQL server is installed. All the data is going to be coming into this carry bag. Now after that, what you do? You open this bag after going home. You clean the vegetables, right? You clean the vegetables. So after cleaning the vegetables, some of the vegetables you need to peel them, soak them, cut them, or if the half of the tomato is gone means you throw the completed tomato, or half of the tomato you're going to be cutting and throwing. Lot of things are going to be performing. Clear? So the carry bag which you're going to be carrying, that is what is called a temporary staging bag. Staging means temporary. After coming home, what you do? You clean the vegetables. The cleaned vegetables you're going to be keeping into a fridge, right? So that is what we're going to be doing. The fridge is the bigger than the bag, carry bag. Carry bag will be small item, but every time you will be able to get the small chunk of data, all the vegetables throughout the week, you will be keeping into the refrigerator. The same thing, you clean the data here, the cleaned data again, SSIS is going to be implemented. So this is going to be taking the data from here, extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the data. Extract means read, transform means change or clean. Clean the data. Then finally, all the vegetables are going to go to the refrigerator. The same way, all the data is going to go to a uh, data warehouse. That is what you got to understand. All the data is going to be going to the a bigger server. The server is called as a data warehouse. Okay, data warehouse is also created using SQL. SQL means any RDBMS, Oracle, SQL, but you need to have large hardware. Remember, large hardware you have to buy it. For example, I will tell you my configuration. I go click on this PC, right click on go to properties. I'll show I'm having Windows 11 Pro operating system, and I'm having i5 processor and 8 GB of RAM. My computer name is called Kedar. Right? Now, what is the capacity of my hard disk? It is 1 terabyte of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and i5 processor. And this is my configuration. If I install SQL software, it may be Oracle software or SQL Server software. What is the maximum data I can store? You tell me. Maximum data I can store is only 1 terabyte. Why? Because the hard disk size is 1 terabyte. So maximum data I will be able to store only this much, right? But if I wanted to store 100 terabytes of data, can I use my laptop? You cannot have your laptop. You have to buy bigger server where you have 100 terabytes of hard disk, lot of RAM and everything. What software you're going to be installing? Same SQL software you're going to be installing. This is what is called as a data warehousing machine on the server. Clear? So software wise there is no change, but hardware wise you need to buy the bigger hardware. Software, what software you're going to be installing? SQL, so or Oracle. So this is what is called Oracle data warehousing machine. SQL Server data warehousing machine. Clear? So all the data warehousing machines are available in the data centers. So you see data centers. So when you go to data center, when you go to image, so these are bigger computers, data centers. Now this is one computer. Could be one hardware. This could be one data warehousing machine. Like that, all these machines are available in your data centers, and all the data is going to come here. So try to understand. Data centers are going to be implemented with data warehouse. This data warehouse is going to be having large amount of data, large amount of data. So this is a bigger server. Have you seen this server? How big it is? It is a bigger server. This is a one data warehousing server. You have so much of a hardware and plus same software going to be installed. These are going to be maintained by the database administrator team, DBA team. Clear? So all the data centers will have bigger servers. That server could be any server, but you may have a data warehousing server where SQL is going to be running. So all the data from here. So you have to remember, you go and get the data from here. So this is the data, this is the data. The data you're going to be bringing and putting all the data into this machine. Okay, so that is what you got to understand. So every time you're going to be getting the data, all the data from here, it is going to go to here. From here, data will get cleaned. From here, using this SSIS, it is going to be reaching this. Clear? So what is SSIS means? You can easily understand. SSIS is a data pumping tool or data importing exporting tool. Clear? It will take the data from here. All the data it is going to be dumping into this machine. After the cleaning, again take the data from here, dumping into this machine. So data is going to be exported from one place to another. ETLs are called as data importing exporting softwares. I will give you simple example. You don't have the water supply at your home, so daily morning 6 o'clock water comes in the street. You may get the tanker by government of India, or you may be able to get a lot of water taps are available. What you do, you go in the morning with the empty bucket. You take one silver bucket, your sister will take one, plastic bucket, and your father will take one more bucket. All these are you think as a buckets. Buckets are small in size and empty. You go to the street, you collect the water. So water is now full, and all the buckets are done. So what you do? You take the water from here, you're going to be dumping into your drum or the tank. So data warehouse is a tank or the drum. Again, you come back with the empty bucket, empty bucket, empty bucket. What is the size of the bucket? 30-40 liters capacity. What is the size of your drum? 1,000 liter, 10,000 liter of tank will be there. You should be able to maintain a data warehouse as a bigger size data warehouse. But a tank, this tank or this the drum or this bucket made up of a plastic only. Both of them are the plastic, but only data warehouse is bigger than the size, and these machines are smaller in the size. You need to understand these are the buckets and again you come back, you will be able to get the date, the water. If the bucket is full, you're going to be dumping into one more layer like that. Every month the data comes, all that time you're going to be dumping the water into or the data into a tank, or it is a bigger drum. So all the data is going to be coming every weekly, every monthly like that. Okay. Now, one day your friend told your data, your water is not so cleaned. So what you do? You initially, you will have one more drum or the one more tank. Initial water, you will be able to keep it in this drum or the tank. You clean the water. After cleaning, what you do? Cleaned water, you will be dumping into final drum. So this is also one more drum. So initial water you're going to be bringing here, you're cleaning the water, and you're going to be, after cleaning water, will go here, the wasted water will go to somewhere else. Clear? So this is also one more drum, one more area. Staging means temporary. You're going to be cleaning. But one day somebody told, why are you manually lifting the water and can't you buy a motor pump? So when you go to Google and look for the motor pump. So this is what is called your motor pump, right? So these motor pumps are called as your ETL. Remember, this is what is your SSIS. Now you will be connecting to a bucket or connecting to something so that all the data will come to your drum or the tank. So there is a bigger drum or the bigger tank you will be connecting. So this is going to be switching on. This is what is called your SSIS. So lot of companies are giving you ETL. So this is a Havells pump. We have Asian pump. This is one more company called Asian, right? So you can like Informatica. This is also one more company ETL tool. So we have a Samir motor pump. We have Data Stage. This is also one more company's ETL tool. This is IBM company ETL tool. Clear? So, however, we have different companies, motor pumps are available. Jindal, Agri Pro, Samir. Like that, we have SSIS, we have Informatica, we have Data Stage, we have Talent. Okay, all of them are the ETL tools only. ETL tools are simply a data pump. Data is going to be exporting from one place to another. It is going to be pumping the data from one place to another. So that is what you need to understand. Clear? So this ETL is going to be taking the data from here, pumping into this server. Data will get cleaned. Cleaned data again taken from this machine and dumping into this machine. So ETL is just like a motor pump or a data pump. So in your body, there is a pump. So what is the pump you have? What is the ETL operation is going on in your body? So there is a heart. Heart is pumping the blood from one place to another. So ETL is happening in your body also. What is the kidney? Kidney is a staging where the cleaning is going to be happening. Clear? So kidney is going to be your staging area. The cleaning is going to be happening there. The cleaned blood is going to be pumped by the ETL. That is what is your heart. Remember, heart is the ETL only, pumping the blood from one place to another. Pumping the blood from one place to another. So that is what you got to understand. Clear? So in this case, the source systems, these systems are called as OLTP systems or OLTP environment or OLTP servers, and this kind of an environment is called as, this is also one more environment, right? So this kind of an environment is called as OLAP environment, OLAP systems. Okay, so what is OLTP system? Compulsory interview question. What is OLTP? Online transaction. Transaction means Lavadevi. Online transaction processing. Okay. OLAP means what? OLAP means online analytical processing. There are two kinds of systems or the computers are available. OLTP, as we know, these are your buckets. What is the bucket size? Bucket is always going to be storing fresh water, fresh data. Okay, OLTP machines are made up of fresh data. And small size data. Small size data. What is the size of the bucket? 34 liters. Will be having, let me say, 500 GB of data or GBs of data it will be able to have, and it is read and write data. So most of the time you're going to be using the buckets to store the data. 80% of the time these machines are busy to write the data, so you need to understand. So when you go here, so these are your buckets. In the bucket, what kind of it, water you will have? Fresh water, 30-40 liters of water is there. When the water is full in the bucket, you are going to be taking the water and dumping into your tank or the data warehousing. So that is what you got to understand. OLTP means fresh data. It may be Java, it may be .NET, it may be Excel, doesn't matter. So you are going to be connecting to, let us say, Amazon.com in the morning. You have to buy one a mobile phone. So what will happen? A row, a entry is made. One row is going to come. Like people are buying and buying, buying and buying, buying and buying. All the data will come to this server. This is going to be taking the fresh data because the purchase, the selling is happening today. Like that, every day the data is going to be there in the OLTP server by Amazon.com. When the server is full, when the server is full, it may take 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 week, we don't know. If the bucket is full, what you do? You take all the water from the bucket and dumping into the a tank. Again, you're going to be coming back with the empty bucket. So you don't keep any data here. You will come back and the server is completely empty server. So what is going to be doing? Amazon.com is going to be sending all the data to the data warehouse once in a 6 months, once in a year, or once in a 3 months. You are going to be maintaining only small set of a data here. Last 1 year data you may maintain. Remaining data is going to be dumped down to the data warehouse. Every day you go get the bucket, and the bucket is full means you're going to be dumping the data into the drum, but last bucket water you're going to be keeping in the bucket. Clear? So all the remaining water will be there in the tank only. So in this, so every day people are going to be buying and buying, buying and buying. All the data will come here, and once these are full, you switch on the motor, all the data will go to here. The data will get cleaned. Then finally, the data is going to go to the data warehousing. Clear? So wherever there is a fresh data, it may be Java application, .NET application, Excel or anything, wherever there is a fresh data, those things are called as OLTP applications. Remember, wherever there is a fresh data, for example, you go to banking today, you do some transaction, cash deposit, that is a fresh data you're doing in banking. So banking software is a OLTP software. You go to railway, you book a train ticket. So railway application is a OLTP application. You go to bookmyshow.com, you book a movie ticket to Adipurish. So the fresh transaction, this is OLTP transaction. So the bookmyshow.com is a OLTP application. So wherever we are interacting, so all the end users are going to be interacting with many application. It may be Java, .NET, Android application, X application, Y application, Z application, doesn't matter. If you're dealing with the fresh data, that application is called as OLTP application. Clear? But when the OLTP application is full, when the bank servers are full once in a year, once in a quarter, all the data will be taken from those applications and all the data will be maintained in the data warehousing. For example, I opened my ICICI Bank account 10 years back. Where is the 10 years back data in ICICI Bank? They would have transferred that old data into ICICI Bank data warehouse. Current year data. So current year data only will be available in the OLTP. Every company will maintain OLTP server, OLAP server. Clear? OLTP means initially you are going to be collecting the data. OLTP is there to run the business. So to run the business, all the business data is going to go. But once it is full, all the data is going to be dumped to here. So this is not a fresh data. This is historical data of the company. It is not a small size data, large size data. So every month you are getting 500 GB into 12 months data. It will become 6000 GB, that is equivalent to 6 terabytes into 10 years of data is equivalent to 60 terabytes of data. So all the 10 years of data, where will you maintain? All this data will be maintained here in the terabytes. Clear? So this is historical data. You can say read only data. And run the business, normally we are going to be maintaining, but here we don't run the business. We analyze the data to take the decisions. So analyze the data or to improve the business. To run the business, we're going to be using online OLTP computers and everything. So to run the business, all the data is going to come. But to improve the business, whether it is doing good, doing bad means I have to analyze my data. So if I wanted to analyze data, I cannot analyze 1 year data. I cannot analyze 6 months data. If I wanted to analyze my business, I need to know the complete history about the complete business, right? For example, you know me, I know me since 10 days. So can you tell me anything about me? No, nothing, right? You cannot tell me anything about me because you know me last 10 days only. But you and me are same villages, and you know me since my birth and I know you since my birth. If I have more amount of data, I can analyze you clearly. Bhaskar Jogis are like that. Bhaskar Jogis are like that because I know your data completely. So the company from starting to end, when you have the data, we can easily analyze the data. But if you take only 10 days data, 1 month data, 1 year data, analysis cannot be done on the limited data. You need to have large amount of data. So that is where the data warehousing is going to be used. Clear? So if you wanted to analyze a guy, compulsorily, you need to have complete his data, not from 1 month data, 2 months data like that. If I wanted to analyze a company, I need to have complete history about the business so that I can see where and all the businesses went wrong, where and all it is doing good. So that is the reason why data warehousing are called as data warehousing is called as OLAP data or online analytical data. So what is the advantage? You should be able to analyze the data. Clear? Before analyzing it, it is your rule that you need to clean the data and store it. Clear? So lot many points which you don't understand now, but you can normalize data. End users are going to be connected, and these are interview but less indexes are going to be. You don't understand this point. These 2 points you don't understand. So, but who's going to be using OLTP? End users. The you and me are end users, right? So this is a denormalized data. You don't understand. You don't understand this point also. But who's going to be using this data? Business users. That means managers in the company, CEO of the company, who's going to be using this data. This is what is called a data warehousing data. Clear? So you have some data is going to be generated because of you and me, but the data is going to be collected and analyzed by the managers of the company. So Amazon company will have a lot of sales guys, lot of marketing guys, lot of board of directors. All the people are going to be analyzing. Those guys are called as a business user. So I am connected to Amazon.com. I'm an end user. I'm buying the product. Clear? End users are different than the business users. All the data is going to come. All the vegetables are kept in the fridge. But what you have to do? You have to cook the vegetable, right? You need to process the vegetable. Then only you can get the good food. The data is available here. If the data is available here, who's going to be analyzing and processing everything? You need to do it, right? So all the data from data warehousing, it is going to come to, this is a refrigerator. So this is what is called, you can say, this is your fridge, right? And all the vegetables you're going to be taken to the kitchen and you process. Clear? For example, fridge, what you do, you store the data. I store the data 10 and 20. Let us take simple example. Now I wanted to know what is the total. Total means I am going to be doing a processing. Processing is going to be doing by in the kitchen. So here we are going to be using an application called SSIS where we create a cube and we process the data. Clear? So the cube is going to be telling me the total will be 30. So now I am talking about only two numbers. But in the real time, do you think that you will have only two numbers? No, 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 no. You have billions of data is going to be stored in the data warehousing. Now I wanted to know what is the grand total, or what is the total sales in India, or what is the Apple iPhone sales last 5 years, or what is the Sony Bravia sales in last 10 years in India, what is the country wise sales, what is the year wise sales, month wise sales, color wise sales, this wise sales, South India sales, North India sales. Lot of aggregation, lot of processing has to do, right? Refrigerator don't cook the food, right? You have to prepare lot of items with the chicken. You have a chicken kebab, chicken 65, tandoori chicken, gold chicken, chicken roast. So all the items you have to make. So it is not one item. You need to think about lot of chicken is available. 1,000 people you have to make the food, not only one item, 1,000 varieties of chicken items you have to make it. Now that thing will be done with the help of a kitchen and the chef, right? So you have to go to the kitchen, make a lot of processing. So vegetables you're going to be putting in the fridge refrigerator does not mean that they will give you process the food. Clear? You have to go to the kitchen, cut the vegetable, you have to marinate them, cook them, boil them, spice them. Lot of circus you have to do. All of them will be done by the SSIS. So SSIS is going to be processing the data. The simple example I have given you, what is the total I wanted to find out. So who's going to be doing? I wanted to know what is the Sony mobile phone sales in India. All these things. The processing, once the food is ready, what normally you do? You have to serve the food. All the food is available in the kitchen. You take the food and serve it with a good plate. Now this plate is called your reporting tool. Clear? In the reporting tool, you create a beautiful reports with the Power BI, or you can also use SSRS, or you can use Excel is also number one reporting tool. So what you do, you take the food and serve them in the plate. So with the proper garnish and with nice combinations, and you're going to be serving. And this food, this is the plate. So where you will see the reports. All these reports are going to be given to the business users. Clear? So end of the day, you collecting the data, cleaning the data, dumping the data into a data warehousing. Data warehouse simply store the data. It's just like a refrigerator of your company. But only if you keep the data that is useless, you need to process the data. For the processing purpose, we're going to be using application called SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services, which is going to be performing processing. Processing means couple of example I gave you, right? So cutting the vegetables is a processing, grinding, heating, boiling, lot of circus you do like that. You're going to be performing, aggregating the data, finding minimum, maximum, country-wise sales, year-wise sales, all the data is going to come, process data. So business users are going to be using this report and they will take the decision making. Okay. So decision making can be done with the help of your report. So what is your role in the company? You will work with SSIS, you will work with the data warehousing, you will work with SSAS, you will work with the Power BI. That is what you're going to be doing. Clear? So what exactly you're going to be doing? I will give you simple scenario. You go to the hospital. You say that you are not well, you meet the doctor. So doctor will give you some reports, medical tests. You go to laboratory in the hospital and there's a lab technician who's going to be collecting the blood from you, body temperature, everything is going to be writing, and the blood will be stored and processed and will create a report and give it to you. The report will be analyzed by the doctor, not by the lab technician. What is your role in the company? As a data analyst, you don't analyze the data. You will be working just like a lab technician. The lab technician is collecting the blood, storing the blood, processing the blood, create a report, give the report to the doctor. Doctor will tell you to the patient, you have a some liver problem, you have a no problem, you have a heart problem. So decision making will be done by the doctor, not by the lab technician. Your role will be lab technician role. You get the data, clean the data, store the data, process the data, create a report. That's it. You never analyze the report. Lab technician never tells you you have a cancer, you have a kidney problem. So lab technician will tell the patient, you go to the doctor, doctor will tell you what is the problem in your body. So you are the creator of the report. To create a report, you have to collect the blood, store the blood, process the blood, and nicely you need to create a report and give the report to the business user. Who's the business user? A doctor in the hospital example. Clear? So data analyst is the guy who's going to be collecting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data, processing the data, creating the reports with Power BI and Excel. These reports are given to the sales managers, marketing managers, CEO of the company. These people are called decision makers. They will be taking the decision to improve the business, is called as a business intelligence, or it is also called as a data analytics. So who's going to be analyzing the data? That is not you. It is going to be analyzed by the business user. Amazon management is going to be analyzing the data, but they need the support documents. The support documents are nothing but your reports. You're going to be creating thousands of reports, but creating a report is easy, but you have to get the data, clean the data, lot of circles you have to do it, right? So this is what is called as data preparation or data engineering. Data engineering, data preparation is very, very important. So without a data preparation, will you be able to create a report? The answer is very, very difficult. So data preparation means get the data, clean the data, dump into data warehouse and process the data. So till this is data preparation, then you will be able to create a reports. So data analytics or business intelligence means data preparation or called as data engineering plus report creation. Okay, so these two things are called as a data analytics and report. For example, I have to make a food for 1,000 people. What will be difficult? Going to the shop, buy the vegetable, get the vegetables, get the chicken, get the curd, get the onions, clean them, cut them, marinate them. You know, a lot of things we have to do, and the spices we have to bring them, fry them, put them in the sun, and lot of grinding them. Everything you have to do. The last day on the venue day, chef is going to be coming at morning 6 o'clock. Within 3 to 4 hours, the food is made, and 12 o'clock, the food is ready. Now tell me, cooking is very, very small. 3 to 4 hours cooking will be done. Report creation will be 3 to 4 hours. But remaining 10 days of time, you're only getting the vegetables and cleaning them. That is will take a lot of time. This is the complex activity. Cooking will be for 3 hours, 4 hours, but data preparation, food preparation will take a lot of time. You have to start the process 10 days before if you wanted to prepare the food for 1,000 people. Remember that. So, data engineering is always a complex activity. Then the reporting. So ETL you should know, SQL you should know, data warehousing you should know, data modeling you should know, reporting means Power BI you should know, or SSRS. So which is very, very complex. 60% of the time we are going to be doing this activity. Remaining 40% of the time we are going to be preparing the reports. So if you learn any reporting tool, you know only 40% of the knowledge. you don't know remaining 60% of the knowledge. It's very, very important that you are going to be working with the data engineering. Data engineering means SQL, ETL, data warehousing. This knowledge you have to know clearly. It is also called as a data preparation. Clear? So without that, you cannot create a report. So large amount of data every week is going to be dumped onto a data warehousing systems. So this is how the companies are going to be working. Clear, guys? So this completes data warehousing and demo with MSB and SSIS. So you're going to be working with SSIS for 1 month, 25 classes. Data warehousing will be given for free and data warehousing will be for 10 days and videos are going to be shared with you for free. Clear? And one project is also included. So tomorrow the meeting ID is going to change. If you have any questions, you can ask me. The payment links and the discounts you need to check with these guys and you will be able to get the payment links today. Make the payment and get the meeting ID for tomorrow. And if you don't get the payment details, you have to mail me after some time, or you can just call them these numbers. If they don't give a reply, you can also mail me your concerns. Clear? So data warehousing will be there with you and for free when you join this course. Okay. So data modeling and data warehousing, everything will be there in the data warehouse videos only. Chalo. Thank you guys.